What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today, Chad and I are super thrilled to show you guys this one-of-a-kind 1971 Nova. This car is just amazing. Under the hood, it's got a 540 cubic inch motor, pushing out about 730 horsepower on pump gas. Just a phenomenal car.
When I sat behind the wheel of this beautiful Fathom Green Nova, I just totally fell in love. This car inside and out is an absolutely beautiful show car that will just whip you back in the seat so fast. Just amazing. I've had personally had a Hellcat and some other cars like that, just some really cool, fast, modern cars. And in my opinion, this one will keep right with it. Just super fun, super fast.
Yeah, the builder knew what he was doing. He worked professionally building NASCARs for racing, and he built this as his own personal car. Had about 25 grand in the drivetrain alone.
Yeah, and you can see why. Dalton's going to go ahead and open up the hood here. Just because a lot of people put a lot of money in the drivetrain but won't do a very, very professional job on paint and body, and this car has it all. It's got the show quality appearance with the race-ready performance.
Exactly.
Another thing that I love what they did with this is check out the, you just don't see any wires. Everything's like hidden in here. You don't see a big wiring mess. Just super professionally done. It's got Canfield aluminum heads. Inner fenders are done beautifully. Like I said, 540 cubic inch big block. Firewall's all been shaved, painted gorgeous. Just same thing with the inner fenders. Everything here is painted Fathom Green all the way down here to the line. And that's all done in a nice black, matte black. Bottom of the hood is all painted Fathom Green also, and it's got the nice fiberglass hood on it. Just gorgeous underneath the hood.
It's a top shelf car. One of my favorite Chevy colors too is that dark green. You put the black vinyl top on it. And one thing with this car that really stands out is the stance. It's got an absolutely perfect stance with this rally wheel.
Yeah, I agree. And we've had a couple people just walk by and look at this car, and that's the first thing they mentioned as well. I don't think you can get a car to sit any better than this one does. Those wheels and tires just tuck right under there. The grille, the front bumper, all that stuff was restored during restoration. As we go along here, we have a nice gap from front to back. It's a wider gap, but it's even all the way. Lines up nice across the top of the hood. This is a fiberglass hood, and our gap's the same on both sides. Across the top of the hood, the paint's in excellent shape, and the color is just great. It really changes out in the sun, but under all these fluorescent lights, it still looks really good. Now, I'm not a huge fan of rally wheels. That's the first thing I usually change, but as Dalton mentioned before, the way this car sits and the stance of it, it just fits this car perfectly in my opinion.
Agree. Another thing too I think is kind of funny is we're not a fan of like big hood scoops either. But on this car, it fits perfect. I wouldn't change anything with this car.
I wouldn't either. We kind of talked about, hey, maybe put some white stripes or black stripes in there again. Our wheel well trim, we always do the wheel well trim on it, but the way this car came in, I just loved it so much. I just figured, you know what, we're gonna leave it alone, let the next guy do it, put his touches on it if he wants to, but really this car doesn't need any of it.
Give a little, or no, never mind, I thought it was a paint pack, but it looks like it's just from the rag maybe, screen.
Bottom of her fender, check out how that door matches that quarter panel. Really nice fit and finish, guys. As far as the tire size back here, I'm trying to find it. 275 60s on the back. Might even be 50s. Can't see with that. Yeah, they're 60s. 275 60s on the back.
This is 235 60 15.
Okay, thanks, Tom. As far as the lower quarters, perfect. Around the vinyl top, no bubbles, nothing like that. That's in excellent shape as well. As we look around the back window and across the top of the vinyl top, It's in great shape. The back shelf has some 6x9s in the back. Top of the back seat is excellent. Paint quality on the trunk is perfect. Trunk lid gap's really nice. Fits good here. And there just ain't, on this passenger side, guys, there's just nothing to change. I mean, it's nothing that you can do. It's perfect.
Very nice.
We're gonna go ahead and open the door here during the restoration. And I'm not sure, guys, how long ago the restoration was done, but rubbers were replaced. Rubber stoppers were done. Corners of the door is perfect. Door jamb looks excellent. Front seat, guys, does show some wear. It's got a little tear right here. Headrests are in great shape. I like what they did with the seat. It's got the little cutout for the 4-speed here, but this,
5-speed.
Yeah, but this is a 5-speed Tremec transmission in this one. Dash pad looks perfect. And they did go ahead and put some Kenwood speakers here in the door panels. Door panels are in excellent shape, and the windows roll up and down perfect as well. Very nice and smooth. We got some aftermarket gauges, aftermarket tachometer, brand new Hurst shifter, 5-speed transmission that just makes this car just phenomenal and fun to drive. It's got 95,503 miles on the odometer. The horn works. This car, the wipers are there, but there's no wiper motor on it. There's not a lot of room with that big block. So, it does have a CD player. Like I said, aftermarket gauges, brand new carpet, just a really nice car. As we go up here and look at the headliner, dome light works, visors are in great shape. All the headliner and stuff all appears to be original and in really nice shape. It's got the factory overhead seat belts. Back seats excellent, and back door panels are also in great shape. As we look up and down the side, it's absolutely laser straight. Rear frame rails, floor pans, everything. If you go to our website, coyoteclassics.com. Excellent undercarriage. As we go under here, underneath the trunk, paint on the bottom of the trunk lid's excellent. Got a matching spare tire. BFG. The trunk floor is just phenomenal. The speckling is excellent, rust-free. It's got an MTX amplifier, nice speakers. The battery's been relocated. It's an Optima. It's in the trunk to give us that really nice clean engine bay. It's got the spare, it's got the jack, all the tire iron, everything's here. It's just, I mean, they just did quality everywhere.
They did, and like you mentioned too, a lot of times when you got cars that got big horsepower, big motors, they kind of skimp on the quality as far as paint.
Yeah.
Body. So it's really nice to see this car that's got everything.
This is one of my favorite cars on the lot right now. We got a Hemi 70 Charger that's piqued my interest a little bit, but as far as quickness, cleanliness, the way this car looks, this has got it all.
That's just a badass car.
There's a little paint touch up right along this edge. It's all touched up and it looks good. You got to get right on top of it to see it. Whoever buys this car, guys, I'm going to put this bold statement. If this thing doesn't put a smile on your face, bring it back. I mean, this is one of the most, you know, when you're driving this thing, and if it doesn't crack a smile, I wouldn't know what you're looking for, because this car is just fantastic. Vinyl tops, perfect. Again, we look at this kind of stuff, guys. Make sure there's no bubbles or blisters or soft spots anywhere around that back window. There is no surprises on this painted body. None. No. Front seat is the worst part of the whole car. I mean, that's all I can say on it. It's got that little bit of a Just a little spot right here. Other than that, the rest of the seat is in great shape. We got the other spot on the passenger side we mentioned. That's it. Door panel, original armrest pad has a little nick in it. They're about 10, 20 bucks. If I would have seen that earlier, I would have went ahead and fixed that. Adult, you want to? I'll pull it out. You want to open the door?
Yeah, start it up once. Alright, so we took a little pause, let the old Nova get warmed up so we can take it out and really drive it.
Temperature, guys, we're running about 130, 135, running about 65 pounds of oil pressure. It's got a great CD player in it, nice stereo. Horn works, gas gauge works. Previous owner had this thing built to where you're running premium fuel with just a little octane boost. And with it, a quart of octane boost with that premium. It's got a 5-speed Tremec in it. Just a fantastic setup. Like you mentioned earlier, the builder of this car approximately had about $25,000 in the drivetrain, and you can tell it. Wait till we hit a couple of bumps here on the bridge. I've drove that before. We made a note on it. When you hit a couple of these bumps, a lot of cars will kind of bottom out or you really feel it. You can't even feel it. This has got a super sweet ride for a hot rod.
Exactly. And one question we're going to get a lot with this car is it streetable? Most definitely. I mean, with that 5-speed, the way it's set up, absolutely. Drive this car to Florida for all I care. I mean,
yeah, and the nice thing about it is, I'd wait till winter though, or summer though, for the drive to Florida.
Yeah.
But yeah, the nice thing about this car is it handles down the road perfect. The alignment's excellent. You put this thing in 5th gear, you can do 120, 140 mile an hour. I mean, that's just the way this thing's set up. This is one of the fastest classic cars, guys, that we have ever had into our dealership. I mean, we've had some good ones, but this is one of the faster ones.
And they don't get much faster without putting a parachute on them and a roll cage.
Yeah, this thing's sweet. Oh, that's what I'm talking about, though. We're gonna go ahead, guys. We just threw it right up 5th gear. Yep. So we're going down the road, 70 mile an hour. We're running about 2,300 RPMs right now. But here's what it is. So we are talking 735 horsepower, no hands on the wheel, straight down the road, right?
Yeah, I mean, you could about 2,000 RPM, you know?
We can drop it down to 4th if we want to get a little aggressive with it. If we want to take it down to 3rd, we can still do that too. We're running 3,000 RPMs, it's not hurting our engine.
I mean, you go right back in the seat, feel like you're getting ready to take off. It is one badass car.
Oh dude, it's got everything. It's got the stance, it's got the look, it's got the paint, it's got the comfort. I mean, we're a couple big dudes in this car, and this Nova, the seat is awesome. It's not sitting too high. I got a lot of headroom. That's another thing to talk about. I mean, we got 3-4 inches of headroom. Some of these Novas, they sit way high in there. It's got everything, guys. Don't miss out on this one. I mean, it's got the color, it's got everything.
Got everything. Check it out, guys. CoyoteClassics.com. Give us a call. There's only